Install, goddamn. Fuck.
Have we started?
I need a mod for my wives so I can be in love with my wives.
With what wives?
In fucking Skyrim.
Oh, yeah, we started, by the way.
Bruh.
Oh!
So hold on. You were just gonna say nothing? Chris sing about 2019 and then just go, oh, by the way, we started. What kind of a way is that to start a podcast, my friend?
We are not professional people.
No. Welcome to
That is a fact.
Welcome to the Inari and Friends podcast.
Unfortunately.
I am your host, Inari, also known as...
co-host.
You'll get dethroned.
I'm clearly the MVP.
You're right.
I won't disagree with that.
Oh, fucking come on. Don't do that.
Chris, do we have any news about anything?
Wait, like actual news, or are we talking about like?
No.
Hold on, let me see if we have a sponsor. Let me just Google.
Fred, do we have a sponsor?
Oh, I'm Googling it. Give me a second.
Okay, my cat Fred is sitting in on the podcast today. He technically...
he doesn't have an official seat on the podcast, so I prefer if he didn't speak.
No, I mean, he can't speak, so that's,
Alright, semantics, okay?
Fred, do you want an official seat on the podcast? You want me to draw you on the picture? He's purring. I think that's a yes.
No! I will leave the podcast.
Oh, goodness.
Alright. Oh, wow, I'm getting an update on my Switch.
Oh.
Would you look at that? I'm getting challenged in, fucking... Wait a second.
What?
In Smash, that's the game.
Oh.
Eagles, that's the game.
A sponsor wants to battle.
Who could it be?
Boy. This episode of the Inari and Friends podcast is sponsored by, hold on. Don't worry. I got it.
Uh-huh.
I got it.
Oh, I'm waiting in bated breath. Don't worry.
Sponsored by Popcorn Chair.
Popcorn chair? His popcorn chair?
This episode is sponsored by coronary artery disease, otherwise known as CAD. CAD is a condition where vessels supplying blood to the heart become narrowed.
Oh.
I wish you could look at the expression of my face right now.
Thank you, Chris, for that ad read. I'm not exactly sure why a disease is sponsoring our podcast.
Any disease, one of the most deadly diseases known to man.
Right. Maybe it's kind of synonymous with our podcast. It's a disease. Our podcast is a disease. You know, it's like...
Our podcast narrows the blood vessels, preventing you from getting a healthy supply of blood to the heart.
Our podcast is the equivalent of almost dying.
Or almost certainly dying, depending on your outlook on life.
Right.
This is self-harm. We're harming our own selves.
Yep.
Including this podcast.
Honestly, we can only record this podcast every so often because it's actually a danger to our own lives.
I want to record it every day, but Chris refuses to let me.
If you only were available every day, Chris.
No.
Even the days I'm off from work.
Bro! I have been unemployed for the past 3 months, okay?
I've been unemployed for much longer.
So I think clearly the person who's holding up the podcast is Al. All in favor to remove him from the podcast and replace him with Sebastian.
Sebastian? Who?
Yeah, the crab.
The
crab
from The Little Mermaid.
The Looney Tunes character.
No, Sebastian from... Who the fuck is Sebastian from Looney Tunes?
The freaking skunk wolf, black and white animal thing.
His name is Pepe Le Pew.
What are you talking about? You're thinking of Sylvester. Sebastian the cat. Alright, Chris, why don't we move on and just get to what the point of this podcast
wait,
episode
Chris,
is?
I have a question.
Oh, God.
When Chris, when Al accused you of being what's holding up the podcast, did you punch your phone? Because you were like, what? And then it sounded like you hit your phone.
Yeah.
Do you really get that angry? I'm sorry.
Okay, before we
talk this out.
No.
Before we get started, I just want to let everybody watching know I'm getting over being sick, or maybe not, but if I sound weird, or if I'm coughing, or if I sound like I'm on the verge of death, it's because I'm sick. So yeah.
And that's why we're sponsored by disease.
That's why we're sponsored by this disease, because I have it now.
Bruh.
So should we start with, I don't know, should we start with the thing that's happening tomorrow, or should we do that for the second half of the podcast?
Yeah, excuse me.
Wait, what?
Well, I was...
The thing that's happening tomorrow, or the subject he wants to talk about now? Which one do we do first?
Well, I don't care which order we do them in, but I was...
I want you to know that I asked you to repeat yourself and then stop listening again. So what did you say?
So,
Alright.
I'm trying to decide whether that we talk about the thing that's happening tomorrow first, or we talk about the other thing first.
What's happening tomorrow?
Oh, maybe we should start with it then. Well,
Yeah, let's
Chris,
start with that.
thank you for asking.
Oh, no, yeah, the fucking, the Direct.
Yes, there is a Nintendo Direct tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys for watching this episode. I don't care. Yeah, let's probably just talk about it.
Okay, so all the information that we know as good little not looking into leaks, goody two shoes, good boys. The only things we know are that the Direct is roughly 40 minutes long, and they said specifically that we're gonna hear we're gonna hear stuff about Luigi's Mansion 3 and more Pokemon news. Okay, so I'm excited. So we'll talk a little bit about the stuff that we know will probably get shown, then we'll talk a little bit about the stuff that might get shown, and then we'll go into speculation. Oh yes. So for sure.
What do you keep saying, Terry?
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that. So of the things that we know that are getting shown, Luigi's Mansion. The game looks pretty fucking sick.
I can't wait to play as Gooigi.
I can't wait.
I can't wait for Gooigi to be Echo Fighter.
Did you guys see the post that somebody from Nintendo made, like the director for Luigi's Mansion 3 or something, where he said in like a magazine or something during an interview that Gooigi is edible? and that was something that he felt the need to say in an interview.
Bro, because isn't Luigi's Mansion lore just a bunch of
weird shit?
Yeah, freaking, isn't Egad a war profiteer actually?
I'm not sure.
Technically. Because he actually doesn't he actually help you and the enemy? The ghosts have new technology to get to become harder to exterminate, and then Luigi gets new vacuums from Egad to exterminate those.
Wait, I don't remember anything like that for the ghost.
That's what I remember looking up. I don't know if
Maybe that's just, Matt Pat game theory on his Ness's Sans again.
But that's just a theory.
Oh, yeah.
It might just be Matt Pat. Listen,
Okay,
Matt Pat, if you're out there and you're somehow watching my video, I don't hate you.
Fuck you.
You're just...
I'm with Murph.
Eat a dick.
Yeah.
We don't want you here. Come on the podcast so I can make fun of you.
I had to let Fred out. He gave up. He was done.
Wow. That's such a trooper of a cat. Way more patience than my cat ever did.
He stayed for 10 minutes. He stayed for almost 11 minutes of podcast, plus whatever other time we were in here.
That's a whole episode of SpongeBob.
Right? He was here for at least the whole episode of SpongeBob. It's impressive, honestly. And he just laid
It's
here.
very impressive.
And then he got up and he went to the door and he looked at me. Because that's...
Fucking nerd.
Anyway, an edible clone of your video game character. Continue.
Yeah, edible video game clone character. That's not weird at all.
That's a fetish, I promise you.
Oh, if anything about Guiji isn't a fetish yet, which is hard to believe that anything isn't a fetish, but if he's not, once that game is out, it's gonna be a lot of fetish art.
Oh, there's shit.
Man, Luigi's so sexualized lately.
No.
Like, a tennis picture?
With the bulge!
What are you talking about?
No, don't look that up.
Look up what?
Mario Tennis Aces Luigi.
Bulge. Don't even type in
Oh, no,
bulge.
yeah, I've seen this.
Look at
He's got a fucking-
He's got like a prominent bulge. Like somebody
He's got a fat cock, yeah.
somebody spent the time at Nintendo to 3D model it's OD. It's not even like a slight bulge. Like there.
Yeah, they gave him a fucking bulge. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god. Okay, so Luigi's Mansion 3. Are you at this present moment, based on the little bit we've been shown, are you likely to get it when it comes out, or after it comes out, or at all?
Wait, what?
Are you likely to buy Luigi's Mansion 3, based on what we've been shown so far?
I
Not really.
haven't seen a thing about it. I don't care.
Okay. I'm definitely not like a...
Interesting conversation we're having so far.
I'm definitely not like a day one person, at least for that. But probably down the road I'll look into getting it. I'd like to...
If like the gameplay footage looks funner than what the direct has shown, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, the gameplay so far from E3 and stuff, it looked pretty good. I was like, oh, that looks like a pretty fun Luigi's Mansion game. But the original Luigi's Mansion, you can beat it in like 10 hours.
I'll beat you in 10 minutes.
Bruh.
Chris
I
really
don't think he's gonna be hyped about Luigi's Mansion.
Oh,
That
yeah.
That was threatening. I'm sorry.
It was. I was a little like, oh, okay. Like, I guess I'm getting beat. Like, what do I do?
Well, now he's gonna kick my butt.
Now he's gonna kick my butt. All right. And then we have Sword and Shield. We've talked a pretty good amount about Sword and Shield on here before.
Certainly more than Nintendo has.
which I don't think is completely a bad thing. I do
Growth for different folks.
I do think that Sun and Moon, I knew every Pokemon that was in that game before the game was out. And honestly, at the time, I was like, they haven't shown that many Pokemon. Like, there's got to be more. And then the game came out, and I was like, oh, that was all of them. There was only like 20 new Pokemon. Wow.
Yeah.
So, the fact that they haven't shown that much, I don't mind.
I just
What if the amount was shown was it?
There's like 2 new Pokemon? That'd be crazy. That'd be actually insane.
Like, you think this is the final direct for Sword and Shield, and it's just
I
the
mean,
last 6 Pokemon we haven't shown yet, or just the evolution of the start.
in all technicality, This is the September Direct. If there's a September Direct, there's not going to be an October one.
Yeah, the game comes out October or November?
November. Unless they do like a very beginning of November Pokemon Direct, this might be it. Besides like little reveals here and there on Twitter or whatever. But otherwise, we're pretty close, and they haven't shown us a lot.
I'm losing face fast.
I don't know. I'm more hyped than I was for Sun and Moon.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust the Switch iteration
And
because Nintendo Switch is doing fine so far.
Honestly, I think the biggest thing for me is just that I need a new Pokemon game to play. And even if this one is like, you know, mid-tier at best, I'll be like, all right, like it's on a console. I really like playing Pokemon games on a TV. Like, I'm so tired of handhelds. Like my hand, like, it's not even that I don't like handhelds, it's just my hands hurt. Like I just want to have a controller in my hands and like sit back and be able to stream Pokemon and not have to have like a 3DS capture card or something. Like, and I know that's not like asking for a lot, but like things I'd be looking for if, you know, tomorrow night, afternoon, night, whatever you want to call it, when they're streaming this thing, I'd like to see a couple new Galar forms. I imagine we'll get more.
Is this going to be the new gimmick now? Are we just going to get like regional forms of Pokemon? Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't dislike it. But it.
I dislike it because it feels super. I mean, it feels lazy to me.
Right? Yeah, I agree with that.
Because like the majority, like you know that a good, decent chunk of the new Pokemon in this Pokédex are fairly new.
Right.
If you take out all of the other, like if you go back to Sun and Moon, which is obviously the latest game that we have, the last two games from the two generations, which is 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Neither of them gave us like more than 50 unique Pokemon.
I'm pretty sure X and Y including. I'm not sure if it's including or not including Megas, but I think it's like 60 or 70 Pokemon total, which is not a lot. Which isn't a lot.
And then you go to Sun and Moon where they added more, sure.
I don't think Sun and Moon added that many more.
But if you take out Alolan form.
Oh, it's probably like 40.
Yeah, exactly. So
well,
it's like
I think
I don't think they're running out of ideas. I think that they're trying to
like not add as many Pokemon at a time.
I don't think they're spending as much time on that.
Well, I do.
Like not their priority.
I do know that the guy that's doing the Pokemon designs for this game is new. They introduced him in like when they first showed off Sword and Shield.
Oh, I remember.
I think he's like British, or I couldn't really tell from the accent what he is. But I think he used to actually make like Pokemon fan art and stuff on Twitter, because I was following him before that direct. I was like, and then like I saw his name, I was like, I feel like I know him. And now he's like the lead Pokemon designer for the game. So I definitely don't think they're running out of ideas either, Chris. I don't know. I feel maybe they're trying to slow down how many Pokemon they add, as to not, like, because if they were adding, I don't know, let's say, most of the original Pokemon games were adding anywhere from like 120 to more or more Pokemon per generation. If they were adding Pokemon at that rate, we'd be at over 1,000 now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's just.
And
every like 90% of the Pokemon they've revealed, none of them have made me go, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's like.
I'm just hoping.
Like the one that looks like a fucking lighter. It's awful to me, and I can't stand looking at it.
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping for a few things, just a couple things. I'm hoping that we see some new Pokemon, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen regardless of whether I want it or not. I'm hoping that they keep a good portion of the Pokemon secret for when the game comes out, because honestly, that was like my least favorite thing about Sun and Moon was I got the game and I went through all the routes and I'd sit there and I'd run through the tall grass for like an hour trying to see if there were any rare encounters or whatever that I was missing. And like, I was like, I've seen all of these Pokemon already. Like every single one.
If in the Direct, there's actually a small section, like a mini section during the Pokemon section, where they just go, oh, we're going to like reveal a bunch of new Pokemon to you. I'm literally just going to mute the Direct and just be like, okay, let me know when they're done. I don't want to see them.
Right.
It was legit, you're right. That's like 90% of the charm of the game.
Right. Well, I think the way they've been going about it has been pretty good, because I'm pretty sure every time they've revealed Pokemon, they've revealed like 3 at a time. Like the first time they showed off new Pokemon besides the starters, it was like the sheep thing. I'm having trouble remembering their names. It was the sheep thing, the little flower one, and the snapping turtle. It was those. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was those 3, and then the most recent time they showed us Galarian, Zigzagoon, and Linoon, and then an evolution for it, and they showed us what the heck? It was just some. Oh yeah, and they showed us Weezing, and then they showed us what was that other thing?
The Pikachu clone.
Right, the Pikachu of the generation. So that's technically
It's such a stupid concept to me. I hate it so much.
I get it. Normally, I would totally agree with you, Chris. Like, oh, it's stupid. But Emolga's like one of my favorite Pokemon, so I can't be mad at it. I kind of have to be okay with it just because of that. But I get it. I actually really like Dedenne too. Kind of looks like a Cheeto.
This is the most obvious like rip-off they've ever done, in my opinion. Like, this is the most obvious it's ever been.
Yeah, no, I would agree, because I even liked, I always have trouble saying its name, Todegamaru. I actually like that a lot. I know it's not like, I don't know, it's a little hedgehog. I think it's cute.
I don't know. This feels like the laziest game to me.
Well,
like, everything I've seen so far just seems super, like, very little effort was put into it.
But you know what's funny about you? Well, gosh, I'm having trouble saying. You know what's funny is, I remember watching all the footage and stuff for Sun and Moon, like back when it first came out, and I was like, wow, they're like getting really ambitious with this game. I was like, this is like they're pulling out all the stops. And then I got the game, and I was like, this is the worst Pokemon game I've ever played. At the time. Now I've played Let's Go. But honestly, I really do not like Sun and Moon. I've finished it. At this point, I have finished Sun and Moon. I beat it's not the Elite, I guess the Elite Four, because
it is the Elite Four.
Right, it's the Elite Four. I beat that. I beat Kukui. I don't like it. It's not a good Pokemon game. I don't know. But
I give Pokemon Sun and Moon credit because it did different things.
But you see,
like it felt, especially going from X and Y.
Yeah.
Which felt super bland. To Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which again felt like it didn't have nearly as much charm as the original one.
Which is crazy to me that they remade that game and made it bad.
Yeah.
Like, how did they?
I would say bad. It's worse than it's worse than the original one.
Right, which is like unbelievable.
It's the inferior version.
Right, it is. It's the inferior. It's the inferior version, and it has more content. How did they do that?
Well, it's because the content they add is meaningless.
You talking about Gen 3 remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I never played.
Those games could eat booty.
You're not missing much. You're not missing anything.
I'll give you my copy. I'm not even gonna lend it to you. You can have it.
No. You'd be doing me a favor by not giving me that.
It's just, I guess my whole thing is, ever since they went to the 3DS and they started releasing them super often, I've just been so like I'm burnt out now.
Right.
I feel like they're starting to get burnt out too.
I think I had that.
I genuinely think that if they weren't busting out a new game every like 1 or 2 years.
It's been every year. It's been
like they like.
No, I totally agree. I think
it's really sad.
I think in between Diamond and Pearl's release and Platinum's release, there was at least not even a year, but like 2 years at the very least.
And that's a game that was basically the exact same game, except just a few things fixed. And
right.
It's still better than everything we've seen from a 3DS game.
Right. It's better than every Pokemon game except Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which came out like a year or two after Platinum. I completely agree. I think if Pokemon, if this game was coming out not this November, but next November, this game would be like the Breath of the Wild of Pokemon. You know what I mean? Not that I've played Breath of the Wild, so I don't know.
I haven't played Breath of the Wild.
No, yeah, but like I just think
they would have more time to get everything figured out.
Right, and they'd have.
If they gave themselves the extra year, they could have found a workaround for any problems that they've had.
Right, and not even problems, because we don't have the game yet. The game might not be buggy. We have no idea. The game might run great. The game, who knows? They might add the national decks in an update. Who knows? I don't know. But
I'm not trying to just be like.
No.
I really very much doubt that it's coming.
No.
Like,
but just
really disappoints me.
Right. No, but hypothetically, I'm just saying, if they had another year, I imagine there'd be more Pokemon. You're not going to spend another year of development and not be sitting at your desk as the creator of making new Pokemon and be like, you know what would be a good idea for a Pokemon? What about a dolphin? We don't have one of those. We still don't. I really wanted.
Instead, here's a bunch of Pokemon that already exist. Make them look different.
Well, I think. See, it's hard because, like, I love the concept of the forms because it's like, yeah, a rat that lives in this area of the world would look different if it lived in this area of the world. Like, that's like a real.
But I'm also not going to give you credit for adding new Pokemon when it's barely a new Pokemon.
Right. I mean,
it's not a new Pokemon.
Listen, I don't.
Give us new Pokemon with that.
Like,
we're just seeing the same people, and there's people that complain about Gen 1, right? Constantly being remade.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a mini version of that. We're just take this one Pokemon from this long ago and just be like, oh, it's in this environment, so now it looks like
I mean,
it feels like there's no effort being put in.
Well, I mean, right. if you want to be really technical about it, all the Alolan forms were only Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that helps my point.
I mean, I like some of them, don't get me wrong, but other ones I'm like, who greenlighted this?
Yeah, I thought Cubone was awesome.
Oh yeah, I love Alolan Marowak.
But there's also there's not a single Alolan form that I see that made Sun and Moon a better game because it was in the game.
Oh, absolutely. But like, there's things like Alolan Grimer, which is just a Grimer, but it's multiple colors.
Yeah,
like really?
But it's fucking pointless.
But like, I've seen
wasting everyone's time.
You know what the crazy thing is, and I've seen this one specific art so many times. Is somebody made fan art of like I don't know if it was for Alola or for Galar. I don't remember which one it was. It was probably for both, honestly. But it was for people making a water type Arcanine. Where it had like, instead of like the big fluffy mane, the fluffy mane almost looked like waves, and it was like blue and dark blue. And like, I would love if they went that direction with the forms. Like, I'm not talking just change the color of the Pokemon or, ooh, now it's an ice type, but like, fully make the Pokemon a different Pokemon, like a water type Arcanine instead of a fire type Arcanine. Like you know, like that's cool. But like, not only is it, excuse me, I don't even see that as them just like using half of a Pokemon's design. But like, when you take it to that level, sorry, sick. Oh gosh. But but it's almost like you're designing a new Pokemon at that point. And, like, at that point, I can't be upset that you guys, like, took a Pokemon and then rebuilt it from the ground up as a different type. Like, I'm trying to think of something here. What if they took Gengar and made him a grass type? Like, I don't even know what you do for that, but, like...
You're cutting off hard. I didn't hear
Oh.
the word you just said.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but, like, what if you took Gengar and you made him a grass type?
Well, see, my thing is, I would have preferred if, with all the Alolan forms,
Uh-huh.
instead of giving it to, like, why did Ninetales need an Alolan form?
Right. I don't
Like,
disagree
it makes
with that.
sense because everybody loves Ninetales.
Right.
Like, it makes sense for Sandslash because everybody loves Sandslash. Why don't you give it to a Pokemon that nobody likes and make it decent?
Right. I think that's
And then add evolutions to Pokemon that desperately need an
Oh
evolution.
god, that's one thing that I'll have to say Sword and Shield is doing is they took Zigzagoon and gave it a third evolution that not only looks really cool, but like the
I'm not
ability.
going to give them credit for that yet until, like, I want to make sure that it's not just one Pokemon.
Right.
And that's also, like, the fact that they have only announced one Pokemon that's not from Gen 1 with a new form genuine frightens me, because it's like, fucking get over it.
Gen 1 is not that good.
Gen 1.
It's easily the worst
Gen
gen.
1.
Easily. It's nothing special.
I wouldn't say worst gen.
Okay, it's not the worst one. But like,
It's easily the most overrated.
oh, absolutely. People
Like,
only talk
obviously,
about
there-
that.
Yeah, there's a couple of standout designs, obviously, but every fucking generation has them.
No, of course.
So it's like, it's... Like, in terms of laziness,
hmm
I would definitely say that Gen 1 is the worst.
Yeah.
It's-
It's not false.
A ton of the Pokemon in that generation are literally just stuck together.
Or, Electrode, where it just turns upside down and has a mouth.
Or Grimer, who turns into a larger pile of slime. Oh, thanks.
Imagine, like, playing Pokemon, like Pokemon Red in, like, 1997, and you catch a Grimer and you're like, oh my god, it's evolving, and it just gets bigger. And your friend's like, ha, you got a Grimer.
Yeah, it gets bigger and it throws up one gang sign.
Your friend catches a Dratini and it becomes a Dragonite, and you have a Muck.
It's fucking...
Or you have a
frustrating.
you have a Magnemite, you're like, I wonder what this thing's gonna be, and then it evolves, and then there's just 3 of them.
That's technically Metagross's design too.
I mean, but you're not wrong. But at least Metagross is
Metagross
designed.
is better done.
Oh yeah, but Metagross, it like,
Metagross is clearly a different look.
right, it like forms into one thing and not just has things next to each other.
I just thought it was funny that Metagross is 4 Belgians.
Oh no, yeah, I don't disagree. It's kind of funny, but
Actually, it's 2 Matang.
right, which is technically two belt.
2
Very confusing.
Beldum.
It is confusing.
Is there anything else we need to say about Pokemon? I do like that it looks open world. I like that there's like an aquatic bike. There's things that I'm excited to use.
With the open world,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold judgment on saying whether or not the open world is a good thing, because as of right now, it doesn't look like there's anything in it.
Right. Well, there's just Pokemon
But
in it for
obviously,
now.
besides Pokemon, I'm not fucking stupid.
Right.
Before someone's like, well, what about the fucking Pokemon in it? I'm like, I get that.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're gonna fucking be there, but it's like, well, not all of them.
You're right. But at least some of them.
It's just like,
As long as there's some people around there and there's quests to do, like, I want to feel like there's things to do. Cause I think that's been the problem with Pokemon, and I mean maybe consistently throughout the entire series, but like, you play the game and basically your entire objective is like, go to the gym, beat the gym, then go to the next city that has a gym in it, beat that gym, but like, and then sometimes it's like, oh, the evil team is here, you have to beat them before you can fight the gym. It's like, that's not everything I want to do. I you know,
got things I want to do.
right? Like I'm not saying make this like Breath of the Wild. You know, like I'm not saying, you know, I want infinity things to do in the game. Like I want it to take 300 hours to beat. Like no, I don't want my Pokemon to be that big of a game. That's too much for me right now. I need like a slightly more compact game. But give me some NPCs in the overworld that are like, you need to help me rescue my Pokemon or whatever. I don't care, but like I want things to do. That's all I want.
I feel like we're not gonna get that.
I know, but that's just a want. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe Pokemon is listening to me, and just me.
Yeah, if only if they were listening to all the cool post-game stuff everyone loved about all the past generations, put it in this game, this game would be fire.
And there's been a lot of leaks about post-game stuff, but obviously one of them is almost confirmed to be true, so that's kind of cool.
Can we discuss it or no?
I guess I don't mind talking about it. So there was a leak.
Okay.
There was a leak that came out in, I'm gonna say either May or June, for Pokemon Sword and Shield. It was like right after the game got announced. Somebody posted this whole thing, and they're like, "These are the rivals. You have a rival whose name is Hop. He's like the champion's younger brother, and then there's two other rivals, which are the people we just got shown in like the last trailer they showed us, Bede and Marnie, I think, right? Yeah. They just
Nobody fucking remembers.
Yeah.
That looks stupid.
I'm very excited about the new rivals, the two that they showed off recently, because the one wearing the jacket with the blonde hair, I think it's Bede, I don't know. Whatever their name is, they look like an asshole.
Oh no.
Like they look like a dick, and I'm so happy that we're getting a rival that isn't just, you could beat me if you want. like I'm so sorry to anybody out here who thought that How was a good rival, but fuck you. Fuck you.
Was an awful rival.
Fuck you. How is the worst character in any Pokemon game ever?
Whoa, slow down.
He's worse than that entire ragtag group of rivals that, quote-unquote rivals that you had in X and Y that were nothing but just dick suckers for the entire game.
Are we talking about Sun and Moon rival?
Yeah, the Sun and Moon rival. God, I hate him.
Really call him a rival.
It's true, you really can't. Oh my god, he just... You know what? Okay, so there was this thing going around on Twitter where it was like, your favorite Pokemon generation, the generation you think's the most overrated, your favorite character, your favorite this. And somebody said that their favorite generation was 7, the most overrated generation was 5th, and their favorite character was How, and I blocked them immediately.
Oh my, they picked all those things on purpose.
I didn't even respond. I love responding to people on Twitter and stirring the pot. It's my favorite thing. But I blocked them immediately. I was like, that person is not somebody that we can get through to. They've been poisoned. We can't get to them. They're dead.
If anything, Gen 5 is the most underrated.
Right. Gen 5 is the most They said that Gen 5 is the overrated one. And they said Gen 7 is underrated. No, it's not. It's bad.
Gen 7 was doo-doo.
Dude.
Such ape doo-doo.
Okay. I think that's about as much Pokemon as I can talk before I get heated.
Wait, what was the...
Oh, I'm sorry, the leak. I forgot. Okay, so they talked about the rivals. God. I'm so stupid, guys. I'm sorry. We need to do this more often, and it'll help me get used to it. If I could...
Please, I'm totally down for
If
that.
I could stop being sick, that'd help. Okay, so they talked about Bede and the rivals, and then they listed what is it, Yamper, the electric Pokemon that they showed us a few months ago.
Yamper?
Oh, I can't wait to catch a Yamper and use it on my team. It's a Corgi. I love it.
Yamper.
It's a little electric doggo. I love him. And they were talking about all these things that have been announced after that 4chan post was made, but they also talked about other things that we haven't heard yet. But so far, everything they said is real. They even said the name of some of the gym leaders and what type they were. And some gym leaders we've been shown, some of them we haven't. But they said something about there being a battle frontier for post-game.
Ooh, okay.
And then something else. And they also said some story stuff that I would love to talk about, but I actually would rather not talk about it, because if it's real, it's really interesting, and I'd like for it to be a surprise for you guys, like for when you play the game.
Can post-game be difficult, please? Please?
Listen, if there's one thing that I wish they would bring back that they did once, they did it one time, and it was the hardest to access thing ever, is I wish they would bring back a difficulty setting.
Yeah, but can they please actually put it
in the game?
In the beginning of the first run of the damn game.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's actually beyond, like, absurd.
It was such a cool thing, but it was so stupid how they made it. Whatever.
Okay, here's what they could do. Easy, medium, hard. When you beat the game and restart, add an insane mode.
Right.
There you go.
Make it like Fire Emblem.
Make it like Persona 5. Yeah.
Ooh. You get Lunatic, and then you get Lunatic Plus, which is like, if you're not exactly perfect for where you place Frederick in the first chapter in Awakening, you immediately lose. I'm not kidding.
Oh my god.
If you play on...
Fire Emblem Heroes has, like, Abyssal mode now.
Oh yeah, that exists. I'm not sure if that's in every Fire Emblem game, but it's in Heroes at least.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I've watched, I think it's a Lunatic Plus run of Awakening, and you actually just have to move Frederick around the map for like the first 16 chapters, because he's the only character who can kill anything. Oh my god, it's crazy. Okay. So let's move on. We talked about Luigi's Mansion, we talked about Pokemon. That's the stuff we know we're seeing. They said that's what we're seeing tomorrow. It's 40 minutes long. They're not going to show 2 games. This is Nintendo we're talking about. So,
they're going to show Terry.
Well, let's move into some things that they've shown us before.
I'm just going to get ignored till, like, the freaking end.
Let's move into some things that we know we've seen before. We know they exist, but they haven't said. So, I think this is it. I think we're finally going to see Bayonetta 3. Officially.
That wasn't officially announced yet?
It was officially announced, but we only got the official announcement 2 years ago at the Game Awards.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, didn't they have some mess with the development, or they had to, like, something happen?
Well, no, they put it to the side because they wanted to just solely work on Astral Chain. But that just came out, so...
Oh yeah, and Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid Prime 4. Ooh.
That one was the one that was like they had to take it
they
down and
trashed the entire game. The entire game they had spent like 2 years on. Trashed the whole thing because Nintendo said it's not coming up to our standards. We don't like it. So they fucking trashed.
To be fair, in the 2 years of them making a shitty game.
Right. It was 2 years of them working on a game, and Nintendo said this is bad. Throw it in the garbage.
This is Metroid. This is one of the series that made Nintendo a thing.
Oh yeah.
You can't fuck up Metroid.
No. And I think they knew that. And you know what? I think I still give Nintendo props for this. They made a video and they said, listen, we don't like how the game is looking. We're trashing the entire thing and starting over.
Yeah, I like that actually.
And they were
it
just
was, like tragic, but it was like.
And they were like, and we're gonna have Retro Studios, which made all the other Prime games, work on it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what Retro Studios... I just don't know what they were working on until they got Metroid Prime 4. Because Retro hasn't been making anything since the last Donkey Kong game, which came out on the Wii U in like 2013.
Oh, the last Donkey Kong game. Oh, God.
That game is wonderful. That game is a treat. Oh.
I'm bitter because it doesn't have K. Rool in it.
I know. Well, hey. Well, hey, Chris, think about this. K. Rool has made a resurgence because of Smash Bros., right?
Yeah.
What if they make another Donkey Kong game with K. Rool?
Do you mean when they make another Donkey Kong game with K. Rool? I'll fucking riot if they don't.
And when they
make a Donkey Kong game where you can play in the perspective of Donkey Kong, and when you're done, you can play in the perspective of K. Rool.
That would be a great game, honestly.
And then you get a true ending.
The true ending.
Well, because like you guys have obviously heard that like the rumor is like, or like it's confirmed that like K. Rool and Donkey Kong used to be friends, but they got into a falling out.
Yeah.
So now they
didn't know that.
how they hate each other. Yeah.
Wait, do you know what the falling out was over? Because I do know.
I don't know.
Okay, the reason that DK and K. Rool hate each other is because K. Rool just wanted to live in DK's house, and DK said no.
That's the epitome of petty. Because now he's a king, has an army, has a fucking secret lair, which is probably better than Donkey Kong's house, and he's still trying to fuck up Donkey Kong's house. Now I have a better house than you, and I'm gonna destroy your house.
And he stole all his bananas.
But then in the Smash Bros. Trailer, he's living in his house.
Yeah, see, and that's why they're not fighting. Because he's... Because DK said...
Smash
Alright.
where they worked things out.
Oh my god. I mean, you saw them working it out in the K. Rool trailer. They punched at each other, and there was a sound wave.
Yeah.
That's how men work things out. They punch each other.
That's how I work my problem.
Haven't you watched all of Dragon Ball, where everybody that Goku fights is his friend later? Either they die or they become friends with Goku. That's it.
Yeah.
There is no in between.
Except Frieza.
Have you watched Super
Have I watched Super? Yeah, I watched it.
all the way through?
Yep.
Oh, well, I mean, technically, Frieza's sort of like, he's like in the middle now. He's kind of like where Goku was after like the Frieza saga. I don't know why we're talking about Dragon Ball. I'm just gonna... Okay, so yeah, Metroid Prime, I don't know if it's too early for them to show anything, though.
I think it is.
Because
I think it still is.
that video was in what? It was before E3. It was like in spring, probably?
Wasn't it about a year ago?
It was in like March, I think.
Was it?
I think so.
I thought it was in a fall direct, actually.
No, it wasn't in
Close
it wasn't in a direct, it was just in its own thing. It was like its own
that's
video
right.
that just got uploaded.
I can look it up, actually.
Okay, yeah. It was like something about Metroid Prime 4 special announcement or something like that, I don't know.
Oh, I just want Ridley back. This is basically all I want
Uh-huh,
for every game in the future. Is I want a Metroid game with Ridley,
uh-huh,
a Donkey Kong game with K. Rool.
uh-huh.
Obviously, Bowser's gonna be in a Mario game,
Right.
but I want Ganondorf, not fucking Calamity Ganon, not fucking whatever they did in Skyward Sword. I want Ganondorf.
Yes.
Alright?
Okay,
I
thank
want
you.
Ganondorf.
Yes.
I want that giant hulking Gerudo to come in and just shove his foot deep into Link's hole. I want Link to be in danger.
I mean...
Okay, the announcement for Metroid Prime 4 was 7 months ago.
Okay. So, I just don't know if that's enough time for
probably is
Retro
not.
to pull anything together, you know?
Unless they decided unless they changed their mind again and they recycled a lot of the stuff.
I mean, if they used some assets from what they were working on, it's possible.
Yeah, well, I mean, they probably do reuse the assets because the assets weren't the problem.
Right.
realistically.
I mean, hopefully, I don't know.
Because didn't they say in the video like they were like just starting completely from scratch?
Yep,
I'm saying
that's what they
there's a
said.
small chance they changed their mind and recycled things that were not even significant enough to like announce.
Right. I mean, who
But
knows?
it was enough to actually something.
I mean,
tomorrow.
it really depends. If Retro, I don't know how many, because Retro Studios has like hired new employees, but also been firing employees before that, so I have no idea what their staff looks like. If they're still the team that they've been, I don't know how long it would take them to make a game, but a year is a year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Game development's, difficult. I don't know. If Game Freak can poop out a game every year,
Yeah, but
they poop out a game every year with forms.
No, they poop out a game every year.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Poop out for 'em.
They're pooping out games, not like, other series that make games every few years, Pokemon's pooping them out.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm so happy. I'm fucking furious.
Okay, let's think. What are some other games? Oh, Animal Crossing. I don't know if they'll show off Animal Crossing.
Well, because they already, like, as soon as they announced it, they were like, nah, never mind, it's not coming out yet.
Well, it's coming out in March. It has a release date. So, I think even if we get, like, a 40-second trailer of just a couple new things, that's fine. I mean, there's only so much...
Bella doing her thing.
There's only so much you can show for Animal Crossing. Like, it's Animal Crossing, like...
Well, I mean, for me, all you have to do is... can I tell you guys a story about Animal Crossing?
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When I first started playing Animal Crossing, I was really disappointed because I wanted to be one of the animals. So, for a while, I was like, I don't want to fucking play this stupid shit.
Uh-huh.
So I stopped playing it, and then one day I was like, fuck it, I'll
Oh, I think you might have cut out, Chris.
play it. And I played it. And that's it. That's the end of my story.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Thank you for letting me halt all the progress in the podcast to tell that useless story.
No, listen. This podcast doesn't have progress, Chris.
Clearly.
Okay, so we talked about Animal Crossing. We talked a little bit about Metroid, Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta is a fun series. If you've never played it, it's on the Switch. It's a good time. Don't play it with your parents in the room, though.
Because there's boobies in it.
There's a lot of things in it.
Are there really boobs in it?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta play it.
It's okay. So I mean, I don't know how much you know about Bayonetta, Chris, but her entire outfit is her hair, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Right. And when she uses her hair to make a giant fist or something, the hair that's on her body, needs to be used to make that fist.
Awesome.
It's pretty crazy. It's a fun time. They're very fun games. It's Platinum. They're great. They make games that are just enjoyable to play. What else is there that's coming out? Oh, the new Zelda game comes out this month. Right?
What news? Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening comes out this month. I'm very excited for that. I won't be able
that game looks...
I won't be able to afford it, but I really love the original Link's Awakening a lot. So, eventually.
Actually, I think that's the next Switch game I'm gonna get.
Oh yeah?
I think so because and you know how picky I am.
Oh yeah, of course.
I never get Switch games, so I think I'll actually get that. That game actually looks like not just it's not just even eye candy to me. It has this nice the graphics.
Mm-hmm.
It has this nice simple look to it, but it's also just I love how you can see the shine of the sun and the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's got this nice. The colors look so vibrant.
It looks crunchy.
Yeah, dude, it really looks like eye candy. It looks good.
What else is there coming? Oh, Dragon Quest XI comes out this month too. There's a lot of games coming out September. I don't know why.
I heard something really amusing about Dragon Quest XI. I forgot what it was.
Oh.
I saw a GIF of it.
Uh-huh.
It was you could I think you can. Yeah, there's random people that play music in the streets of that game, and you can just dance to it.
Yeah, and there's a dog, and you can dance with the dog.
Yeah, the dog. It reminds me of the Dance Till You're Dead meme video.
Oh my god. But yeah, that comes out on Switch. There's a lot of games coming out on Switch in September specifically. I don't know why, but there's a lot of games.
They to announce games around the beginning of fall and then around Christmas.
Right,
that's what I've noticed.
Because Astral Chain just came out a few days ago, maybe a week ago. I don't exactly know.
Yeah.
I'd like to get that eventually. It's going on.
I was streaming it.
It's going on the long list of games I have to buy eventually. Link's Awakening's coming out this month. Dragon Quest XI S comes out this month. Daemon X Machina comes out this month.
Is that game actually good? Like, it looks like just a rip-off of every anime that has machine.
I played the test demo thing that they had. Like the test beta, whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
How'd you get access to that?
It was available to everybody.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was only up for like 2 weeks or whatever. And once you played it, you actually were taken to like a web page where you like answered a bunch of questions, and like they actually made a video like a few weeks after the beta thing ended, and they're like, here's all of the things that you guys told us that you wanted us to fix or wanted us to add, and they're like, we added them all, and they just showed everything that they did. And I was like,
freaking
yeah,
cash money is hell of them.
Oh yeah. It's like a 30-minute video of them being like, here's all the stuff that you guys suggested that we do. It's in the game now. I was like, wow. Oh, okay. Like, thanks, I guess. Yeah, the people working on it, I don't know what team it is at Nintendo. I think it's like a team of like newer developers who were like, we have this idea for a game, can we make it? Kind of like with Splatoon. And I don't know, I guess Nintendo was like, sure, whatever. But they seem super open to like whatever criticisms or comments the fans had, because it's crazy. They've had like one or two like developer update videos where they're like, here's the things that you guys wanted us to do in the game, we did them, which is crazy. Not too many game companies do that. Like, that's a very like, I don't know, that stands out in my head at least.
That's actually gnarly. Like, I have mad respect for them.
Yeah.
It's gnarly, dude.
Chris has been silent, and then he just goes gnarly.
Gnarly, dude. That's fucking radical.
It looks like a fun game.
We can't talk about Monster Hunter.
We could. I don't mind talking about Monster Hunter.
You guys don't know what you're talking about.
That's true. What else? I've heard there's actually a rumor that there's like a Switch exclusive Monster Hunter game coming that might be coming in this direct. I don't know how true that is.
That makes sense. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Because like Monster Hunter World is, I'm pretty sure, one of the first Monster Hunter games that hasn't at least been on the Switch.
Yeah.
Well, not on the Switch, but like been on a Nintendo console.
Right. Because
unless it's like a port of Monster Hunter World, which I doubt, because Monster Hunter World is a lot for the fucking.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen the game in action. It's pretty.
Yeah, especially like, because now that I have an Xbox One X, I have the buffed up Xbox.
Oh, okay.
I played it on the standard Xbox, and the difference is really noticeable once you've made the Switch.
Wow.
So, I mean, obviously the Switch is a strong console, but I mean,
it's not that strong.
I don't think it's Monster Hunter. And then again, I mean, if it's fucking The Witcher strong.
Right, which is crazy. They get The Witcher running on it.
But I also feel like it's gonna look significantly poorer.
They did show off footage for it, and I didn't really look at it because I don't care that much. But from what people were saying, the footage looks great, like for The Witcher 3, which is interesting. I don't know. Don't ask me, I know nothing. What else is there? Okay, well, I guess we'll get away from games that we know exist, and we're gonna go into speculation and leak territory. Terry Bogger.
Yes. Terry.
What is Terry?
Terry is from King of Fighters and also Fatal Fury. A long-running fighting game series that's very big in, like, Latin American countries.
Oh, God.
I don't know why, but I think it's because the SNK, like, company, like, arcade cabinets were all shipped there, because every person I've ever met that's from, like, South America or any Latin American country, like, has an undying love for King of Fighters. I don't know what it is. But, there's some rumors that Terry from King of Fighters is going to be the next character in Smash.
Aww.
I don't know how accurate that is, but I think
I heard May Shinori.
Oh, Mai Shinrei, she's...
I don't fucking know.
I love Mai. She's also from SNK, but
I know that because I heard, because obviously there was that leak that the next Smash character is going to be a girl that nobody asked for.
Right. And if it's Mai, I think nobody will be asking until they see her, and then they'll be like, oh my god, why didn't we ask for Mai before this?
No, I'll still be like, why the fuck is she here?
You don't like Mai, Chris?
I mean, yeah, she's got nice tits.
Oh my god, I'm so lucky I'm not monetized yet.
So is Sophie D. I'm not asking for her to be in Smash.
Oh my god. But yeah, so people are saying Terry, but they did say a girl, and somebody said something about a girl that we didn't expect, and also a mech.
I hope it's not Diva.
I would love for it to be Diva. I think she'd be an interesting character, just play-wise. Also, I really
Her
like...
moveset would be very, very trollish.
Oh yeah,
I feel
because she'd do that thing where you like use the booster and shoot the mech out, and then it explodes. Which I guess would leave her open to just getting killed in one hit, probably. But I don't know. She could be fun. But once again, leaks and rumors have been proven false. The Grinch leak. May it rest in peace.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
Grinch leak was fucking false. The Grinch leak was stupid.
I mean, you know what's funny about the Grinch leak is it got Ken right, but now we have Banjo. So, I mean, it's sort of on its way to being true.
No, it's not.
No, Isaac is not in the roster.
Oh, but I want Isaac. Oh.
And Skull Kid's not in.
Am I, like, Skull Kid's the only one who I'm upset about, but, like, I can give a fuck about Isaac. Like,
I love Golden Sun. It is like it's like my favorite Game Boy Advance game. It's so much fun.
Yeah, which sucks, because if Golden Sun actually was sold more, he would have replaced Hero.
Oh, yeah.
Hero literally has 10 times the amount of sales.
For sure. For sure.
Man, like, I didn't know Dragon Quest was, like, that much more popular.
Oh,
like,
yeah, Dragon Quest is...
more popular.
Dragon Quest is, like, the reason that JRPGs exist. Like...
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Dragon's Quest is stupid. Quote me.
I love Dragon Quest. Be nice, Chris.
Oh, man.
Dragon Quest is stupid. Quote me.
Okay, but if we get Terry Bogart from SNK, we're gonna get his famous line where he knees people in the head and goes, "Are you okay?" So that's cool.
Wrong. Put Geese Howard in there.
You want, but he's in Tekken already.
Put Geese Howard in.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Who was the last character in Smash that everyone kind of looked at this character announcement and thought, who asked for this?
Corrin?
Probably.
Corrin and Hero, right?
No, I think
Hero. When everybody announced Hero, everybody was sort of like, okay.
I think people were... There was a good majority of people that were happy, especially in Japan, about Hero. But I think when Corrin...
Nobody asked for Hero.
When
Nobody was like, yo, I want Hero.
Oh, for sure there were. Erdrick was a big thing people wanted. Erdrick is the Dragon Quest 3 one of the skins that he has. But but I think nobody asked for Corrin. I love Corrin. Corrin's one of my mains, but nobody asked for Corrin. Fire Emblem Fates wasn't even out here yet when we got Corrin.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about Corrin the most. Like, every other character has some kind of iconic legacy type deal.
Right, especially for Smash 4.
Corrin.
Right, because Smash 4 was like, we got Mewtwo, we had Lucas, then we had Ryu and Roy, and Cloud.
Oh, that was the best 2 DLC announcements in ever.
Oh.
Ryu and Roy?
And then Cloud.
Roy and Ryu.
Roy!
Roy!
And then we had Cloud, and then Corrin and Bayonetta.
Yeah, Cloud was like... You know...
Put Armor King in.
I've heard a lot of rumors about us getting a Monster Hunter rep.
Tekken fighter.
A Tekken fighter? They could do Tekken. I'd like...
Please, Armor King. Please, Armor King.
I want the bear from Tekken.
No! Forget
You're
the
not gonna give
bear.
us 2 bears in a DLC pack.
Armor King. You gotta put Armor King.
I think
I think Terry makes sense. He's
no,
iconic,
Terry does
he's
make
old.
sense.
Terry.
He's a legacy character. Listen, Sakurai loves two things: his cat and legacy characters.
Sakurai loves two things. I was about to get really mean.
Which, again, I get sad because it's like, legit, if it was the other way around and Streets of Rage was more popular, we probably would have gotten the main character from that.
Oh my god. Don't even say that we get Axel in this game. I would die.
I'm betting you King of Fighters is more popular than Streets of Rage.
Oh no, it
right?
is. Because King of Fighters is still played at EVO. But
I'm more of a Blaze guy, so
you like Blaze Blue?
yeah.
Blaze Blue is good.
Wait, you know that game, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh. I
Yeah.
have the DS. My sister got it for me on my birthday several years ago. I actually kind of liked it a lot.
Blaze Blue is fun. If we got Ragna, I would be pretty happy with Ragna. I'm just saying.
Wait, do you have cross tag? Oh, I would freaking love Ragna.
Oh my god.
Yo, Patrick Seats in Smash, bro?
Woo.
Bro, I freaking that. I would legit. I'm sorry, Roy, but that would be my new name. Actually, Ragna's a beast, dude.
He is.
I freaking love Ragna.
He is. He's great. I
Are
would.
there any characters from like a game that you know would never get in, but you would love to see them in just to have them in there?
Sans.
No, don't jinx it.
Sans has a decent chance.
He does.
There's people who I know for a fact will never be in, who I'd love for them to be in.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this. I would love for them to just put Goku in the game.
No.
No. Listen.
I don't even want to hear your reason because that's stupid.
You know who will never happen? Freaking, what was his name? Cyrus from Chrono Trigger?
Oh,
That'll actually never happen.
I don't think we'll ever get Chrono. I'm gonna say it. I don't think we'll ever get.
I'll tell you what I do think.
Yeah.
I think that Cyrus from Chrono Trigger, I think that any from Chrono Trigger has a better chance of getting in from like someone from Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree.
And I
disagree.
would love to see like Scorpion or Sub-Zero.
I would love Scorpion or Sub-Zero.
I think they have a pretty damn good chance.
They-
actually.
The problem.
It's too much.
The problem with them is the same problem that Doom Guy has. It's just too brutal.
Yeah, and Doom Guy wouldn't work in that situation. Like, because like people always say like, oh, Doom Guy would work because Snake used guns, but it's like no, Snake also is he can also use his fists.
Right.
Doom Guy doesn't use his hands unless he's ripping you in half. It's not the same thing.
He exclusively uses his hands for ripping and maiming and nothing else.
Yeah, and then like even then like, what's the most violent game on the roster right now? Probably Metal Gear.
I wouldn't say violent, but Bayonetta is definitely the most M-rated. Like,
Yeah,
That's like my only argument,
like,
honestly.
I think that's what was so shocking with Bayonetta was like Bayonetta is the most M-rated game to ever exist. Like that game.
that's not true.
Like-
you clearly haven't seen anything from Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh no, I've seen plenty of Mortal Kombat, but like I don't know, like blood and gore doesn't bother me. I guess I've seen it my whole life. It doesn't faze me anymore. But like,
Yeah, that's true though. There's no way we're getting Actually, yeah, you're right. There's no way we're getting a Mortal Kombat character because their final Smash would be a fatality.
right?
Like, God knows we're not getting a fatality in
And
Smash.
Yeah, you couldn't do
could
that.
have fucking, yeah.
You couldn't have Scorpion ripping somebody's spine out like
Yeah.
to Kirby.
You can't have Sub-Zero freezing your feet, then ripping out your fucking skull with your spine, and then holding it up like a trophy. You
I
can't
love
have
how ridiculous their deaths are.
I think
the X-rays.
no.
You can't. And it's like, but again, I would fucking love it if they did this.
Oh no! Listen, if they put Scorpion or Sub-Zero, even like Raiden, I don't care who you put in for Mortal Kombat, it would be awesome. But
I care.
but, like-
It needs to be Scorpion.
it's just not gonna work for Smash. They'd have to like reprint the entire. They have to like ask for you to bring your game into GameStop so they could give you an M-rated box.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, could you, like, fuck, in the new game, Noob Saibot literally teleports inside of you and then crawls out of you.
they're adding Spawn.
They're adding Spawn!
Oh man, I can't
I would
wait.
have preferred him in Injustice, but I feel like he'll work in Mortal Kombat because now he can rip people in half.
Yeah. Oh, the Joker design for the new Mortal Kombat, for Mortal Kombat 11, makes me want to hurl, but...
Well, I mean, the fact that Joker's in there makes me want to hurt.
Oh.
Nothing against the Joker, obviously. I love the Joker, but he shouldn't be in there.
No.
Speaking of the Joker, do you want to talk about the trailer for the new movie?
Absolutely. Let's break up what we're doing and talk about that trailer, because it is really good.
Oh my fucking god.
I can't wait.
Oh my fucking god.
So the original trailer had pretty much already sold me on the movie. I was like, this is going to be like the best movie I've ever seen.
Okay.
Or at least close to it. And then the second trailer came out. and now
that confirm or deny.
And now I don't know what to do with myself, because I'm like, well, I need to see this movie yesterday, and it's not out yet.
This movie, it looks so fucking good.
Because, okay, let me tell you a little story. I showed Kim the first trailer, right? Like, when it first came out, like, the day... Because I watched that trailer, like, 80 times the day it aired.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the trailer, I don't know how many times. I watched every single reaction video of that trailer on YouTube. Like, I was just so enveloped with that trailer that day. And then this trailer came out, and I was in bed with Kim. I was laying next to Kim, and I'm on my iPad, and I'm looking at the trailer, and I go to play it for her, and she goes, "Stop. I already know I want to see it. Don't show me it." I was like, all right. So I put on headphones, I watched it myself, and I looked at her and I was crying. I goes, "We need to see this movie." And that's my story. The end.
Clap, clap.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where were we?
Apparently, it got an 8-minute standing ovation.
Oh my god! I can't wait.
The Venice Film Festival?
Oh, that's right. It's been getting shown places. I forgot.
Yeah.
Ooh. It comes out...
Everyone, basically, right now it has a 9.6 on IMDb.
Oh my god. I can't.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out which series is generally more popular. Streets of Rage or King of Fighters. I just want to know by how, like, what's the gap? It seems like I'd have to find which one's the most popular iteration, and then see how many copies each sold.
Well,
so Streets of...
Maybe this will help you. There's 3 Streets of Rage games. Well, actually, there's a 4th one coming out soon. The original composers are all working on it. Okay, so there's 3 Streets of Rage games that you could play, right? King of Fighters 15 just got announced.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that helps. But the last Streets of Rage game came out in the 90s.
Yeah, so they're kind of like...
So, but King of Fighters has new iterations every few years, so...
Yeah, like Streets of Rage would have kind of worked in an alternate reality where they would have been like Captain Falcon. Like, let's say that character was released in Melee or 64.
Yeah.
They're in.
One of my issues with Streets of Rage, like, putting Axel in the game, was just that, like, if we were going to get another Sega character, there's a lot of characters that have to come before Axel.
A lot of characters that what?
Like, there's a lot of Sega characters that need to be in Smash before Axel is in Smash. You know what I mean?
Oh, like who?
Like, I think Tails deserves a spot. I think Eggman deserves a spot. I think Knuckles...
I think Eggman more than Tails.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm just listing some I can think of. I think even Knuckles deserves a spot. He's an assist trophy, but I think he could be his whole character.
Waluigi.
No, wait. I'm talking about Sega characters. Wait.
Waluigi. Waluigi.
I think.
Waluigi.
Who else are Sega characters? I'm trying to think of non-Sonic characters. I think Billy Hatcher deserves a spot.
The Xenomorph, he's a Sega character.
I think Shrek is a Sega character, right?
Shrek. Yeah, Shrek.
Alex Kidd.
Oh, Alex Kidd. Oh my goodness. I think
Ryu Hazuki.
The monkey from Super Monkey Ball.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me the monkey from Super Monkey Ball doesn't deserve a spot in Smash.
The monkey from Super Monkey Ball doesn't deserve a spot.
Chris, I will end you. And his name is Ai, if you were wondering.
The monkey from Super Monkey Ball.
Deserves a spot in Smash. I know, right? I know, right, Chris? Totally. He totally deserves a spot. I think Shovel Knight deserves a spot.
Deserves a spot more than he does.
Yo, Metal Sonic, though.
Metal Sonic could have a great spot. Totally.
No. Metal Sonic is dumb.
I thought Metal Sonic was the coolest thing in my existence when I was young.
Can't we have Shadow?
Hayabusa.
Oh, Ryu is cool. Okay, yes.
We already have a Ryu, though, so we can't put him in.
Well, it's a different Ryu, though.
Yeah, but what are they going to call him? Ryu Hayabusa?
Yeah,
That's
probably. Because Ryu from Street Fighter doesn't have, like, the last name canonically.
Put Geralt of Rivia.
That'd be cool.
Yo, let's get He-Man.
Bro, do not. Let's get Ezio
Altare
Whatever the fuck.
from Assassin's Creed.
I don't care. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Sephiroth.
Oh, we don't have enough villains. We need Sephiroth, please. Please.
No, forget, first of all, forgetting any villains.
Uh-huh.
Eggman.
Okay, but let's say for argument's sake, Square Enix is like, let's give you another character. Why don't you make it a villain? What are they not gonna pick?
Square Enix giving things.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. But you know what? The sad thing is, they gave a couple, like at least more than two soundtracks for Dragon Quest. The soundtrack that arguably is way worse than Final Fantasy VII's.
Yeah, they gave you some like underwhelming soundtracks.
Some whack ass music. Let me just say.
Honestly, dude, no, you're absolutely.
There's
right.
like two or three,
remixes.
like two of the songs for the Dragon Quest stage are okay.
Yeah, like barely, dude. Like it took me like a week of hearing it to like just be like, okay, I accept this.
Yeah, I know exactly what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, okay.
But yet, Final Fantasy VII, which has like one of the best soundtracks on the PlayStation 1, has two songs. Listen, the battle music and the boss battle music are great.
Yeah.
But there's no. That's it. That's all there is.
Put Alduin in there.
Alduin.
Alec Baldwin.
Alduin. What? Yeah. Put Alec Baldwin in there.
He could do his Trump impression that everyone thinks is good, but it isn't.
He's gonna be the boss baby.
Oh yes, Boss Baby. I want Boss Baby
yeah.
in Smash. I want Jimmy Neutron. I want.
Yo, can we get Tetris Block?
Yeah.
Yo, 5th DLC.
I would unironically love the 5th DLC character to be the Tetris Block.
You know what? I'm gonna come out and say something controversial. I think Tetris Block has a better chance than a Mortal Kombat character.
Honestly, I agree with that. Like,
I agree with that too.
Put Tetris itself in Smash.
Dude, imagine playing as
David watches in there.
Imagine playing as a Tetris Block, yo.
Imagine Tetris Block being broken.
Imagine Tetris Block winning Evo.
The thing is, Tetris Block would be broken because you can't see its frame data.
Oh my
It
god.
would be like Game & Watch, where one frame it's charging something up, the next frame it's attacking.
Yeah.
What Tetris Block would it be?
All the skins would be different blocks, so you can pick which block you
You
want.
can make a person out of Tetris Block.
The skins would just be the different blocks. Yo, no, wait, I use the T block. Get off the T block, pick the square. Fuck you, I don't want to be the square. The square's the worst one.
Be the Z.
Dude, I want to be the long piece. Fuck you.
I didn't think of its ult.
His ult would just be Tetris blocks falling from the sky, but very slowly.
No, they'd be falling really fast, like when you put the speed all the way up.
Yeah.
And everyone would just be running, trying not to get completely decimated by Tetris pieces.
No, that should be. It's like you know how every DLC character has its gimmick.
Oh.
It's DLC. The Tetris block DLC gimmick should be that when 75% of the time is up, it should just have like triple speed.
Wait a minute. What if that's the gimmick? Wait, okay. Not that they're adding Tetris block.
You can make a Tetris stage.
Oh my god. You know how badly...
It will just be the thing where you put all the Tetris blocks in.
Yeah, and you just have to avoid them and jump on top of them as platforms. That'd be a really fun stage, honestly.
You know what the worst part
the
is?
stage hazards are just identical to the character itself.
You know, you guys want to know what the problem is?
What?
What?
We talked our way into it. We talked ourselves into Tetris block.
And now I'm like, if Tetris block doesn't get announced tomorrow, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I'm mad. I'm changing my list. I'm putting Tetris block as my number one.
Wait. Wait. As an actual gimmick, you know how the longer you play Tetris without dying, like, it keeps getting faster?
You're cutting off the card.
Okay, so the more you play Tetris, it just keeps getting faster until you lose, right?
Yeah.
What if that's the Tetris block's gimmick? It keeps getting faster until it dies.
Until it dies. Every 10 seconds, just...
Like, every, 15 seconds or so, it, slowly speeds up. Until the point where you can, jump from, the other side of the stage to the other side, just, doing aerials.
Oh my god.
Which would literally just be the Tetris block spinning. Oh my god. Honestly?
I'm just gonna get Sora or something.
Oh my god, if we got Sora. Okay, so...
I'm just making it sound like it's whatever, we want Tetris block. Nah, we're probably just gonna get Sora.
Dude, if we got Sora... Because since this Fighter Pass got announced, I've tried my best to record my reactions to every, Nintendo Direct or whatever. If we got Sora in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the video game for the Nintendo Switch, I would fucking...
He's already breaking down.
Just the thought.
Yo, Murphy would find a way to make you not like it. He would just go up to you and be like, boy.
It's a nice character reveal you got there. If somebody ruined it.
Oh my god. If that happened, if they announced Sora tomorrow or whenever the next character gets announced, I will have a mental breakdown on camera. I will have to be put in a mental hospital. I will be gone.
Chris won't be allowed to play it because he's in hospital.
Oh my god. I looked into this because I'm insane. I looked into it. Disney solely owns the rights to Sora. And Disney has stated in the past that they are wholeheartedly open to Sora being in Smash. And if you remember correctly, a year ago,
I do remember correctly.
The president of Xbox said that he would love for Banjo to be in Smash. And you know who's in Smash right now? You know who's gonna be in
Master
Smash?
Chief.
No.
Master Chief.
You know who's in Smash now? Banjo.
Oh,
It's from a good game.
So, if we follow the law of equivalent exchange, I just need to give my life, and then Sora can be in
Banjo is from a
Smash.
good game.
Chris, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me, Chris? Okay, I hope you're listening. I'm really close ASMR mode right now, okay? I want you to know that if you don't take that back, I'm gonna cry.
Murph, if you don't take that back, full movie of Chris's mouth.
Sora, more like Gaia.
Gaia.
more a loser because he's losing this chance of going into Smash.
He said, stupid. I ain't gonna let you get the chance.
And that's been the Starinari and Friends podcast, or just the Starinari and Used to Be His Friends podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching.
He's being serious.
This block stacks up.
Okay, let's get back to this, because I did want to transition from talking about the Direct just to talking about Smash Bros. So, for serious, let's talk about. There's 2 slots left, right? There's 2 slots. Do you really think that Nintendo is just gonna say a year of new updates to Smash and that's it? Are you?
No, we're second pass.
We're getting a second pass.
Yeah, because the Switch just came out.
We're either getting a second pass or at least an extra character or 2.
Yeah.
There's no way Nintendo's gonna look at the infinite pile of money they can make and say, nah.
Yeah. I think there's definitely gotta be one more thing after this.
Oh yeah.
At least.
If there's not another pass, then there'll at least be a character or 2. They're not stupid. What is happening out there?
I don't know. It also just sounds like Sakurai just wants to be done with it, though.
I know he does.
Nintendo won't let him.
Nintendo won't let him. They'll either be like, listen, you can keep making the DLC characters, or we'll make them.
And Sakurai won't let them go on with
And
that.
Sakurai's like, you guys aren't manning this without me. So,
Damn.
I fully know that as soon as this Fighter Pass is done, there's another Fighter Pass in the work. What was that?
So Sans.
So realistically speaking, what the heck else can we get in this pass?
Then Sora, Goku, Terry.
Not Goku. Stop saying that.
Okay, fine, Vegeta.
Yo,
Piccolo at least.
I love Piccolo. Would be a lot of fun.
Piccolo or Vegeta. Patrick Sites in the game, please.
Yeah, please.
No, I really want Ragnar now. I really freaking want Ragnar.
He'd be
You know
fun.
what I like more than Ragnar actually? I like Jin Kisaragi.
I like Jinky. Who else?
I said Jin Kisaragi.
Now, I think
That was Jinky.
Jinkies.
I think we all have different ideas of what we want for the game.
Mm-hmm. What do you
Because,
want,
like,
Kit?
I want more Western characters because, like, the whole game is Japanese characters.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese game.
Well, what would you want? We already have a Microsoft character, so
I know, but, like, do we have a Sony character?
I don't think Sony's a Japanese company, and I don't think they would give Nintendo a character.
I know they probably wouldn't, but I want Crash.
Crash isn't owned by. They're not owned by Sony.
I thought they were. Oh no, they're not anymore. Thank you.
They're owned by Activision. They could totally have Crash or Spyro.
Yeah, them. Either of them.
I would
them.
love either of them. Honestly, if they were either of the last 2 characters, or if they were both of the last 2 characters, I'd be like, yep, that's good. I'm happy.
Or I'd like Ratchet and Clank too.
Sony owns Ratchet and Clank. I'm pretty sure. That's the only issue.
I know.
I don't want Spyro only because if he has some dumb neutral leaf fire breath like Charizard or Bowser, I'm gonna hate him.
That's not how
I'm actually gonna despise him.
That's not how his fire breath works in the game, though. It only works like a shotgun blast.
Yeah, it's really quick. But that could be even worse, honestly.
Well, that could be like his
That'd be like Hero B.
Or his Side Smash or Side B.
It's really quick. It just comes out like that.
Yeah.
But
the only thing that might be annoying is he has a charged attack.
oh, that would be fun. That would be fun to deal with.
And it would be fun to kill yourself a bunch of times with it.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think of who I could want. I have one character in my head. I'm trying to think of another.
Yo, what if we got a Gundam character?
A what?
A Gundam character? Or was that a show first?
No, that's a show first.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
For serious.
Starscream.
Yo, I'd love to get a Transformer in Smash.
That was a toy for.
Yeah, right? It wasn't... Who cares what it was first? It'll be great.
Yo,
Yeah?
I'm gonna hit you with this really, long-term theory right now.
Okay.
You know how Ridley was a boss / stage hazard in Smash 4, and now he's a character?
Okay.
What if the same thing happens for Rathalos in Smash 6?
That's one thing I've heard a rumor about, is...
I don't think they'll put Rathalos. They might put Hunter in there, though.
So, do you guys remember from the Smash Direct where they announced, the last two characters? Where they announced, Ken and Incineroar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in that Direct, they said... They specifically mentioned the Monster Hunter stage.
Did we get a Monster Hunter stage?
There's no Monster Hunter stage in Smash.
That means that big field.
Right, but that's not a stage that you can access. It's not on the character select screen.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the character select screen, right now, there's 3 open slots for stages. Not 2, there's 3. What if we get 2 more characters in the Fighter Pass, and then Monster Hunter?
And then just a Monster Hunter.
No, like Monster Hunter as a character, like from Marvel vs. Capcom.
There's the characters in the game.
Right. And like 4 of them would be female, like in different armor, and then the other one would be like 4 male in different armor.
Yeah, and they would all have like the big weapon, just a different type of weapon.
Right. And it would kind of work like, who's a character that would work like
The
this?
hero.
No, not like Hero. I guess sort of like Robin. Like where like...
It's like Hero, because Hero works like Robin.
Well, yeah. So like different attacks would be completely different weapons. Like one of them would be like, I don't know, an insect glaive, or whatever. And, like all the different attacks would
Great
like...
swords,
Right. Every single attack would be a different weapon, because that's just what the Monster Hunter is.
I'd be really happy about that.
Because that would be really cool, not only because... I mean, we have, like, mages who use a lot of different kinds of magic, and that's cool, but having, like, a character that has a full arsenal of weapons would be really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So...
If they pulled a Melee where, like, it looked like Final Destination was inaccessible until you did some big secret thing, maybe the same thing applies for the Monster Hunter stage.
Yeah. Either they'll add it in with Monster Hunter when they inevitably make that a thing. But there's 3 slots right now. So... Or, I'm sorry, there's not 3 slots. There's 4 slots, because Banjo's not in the game yet. I'm sorry.
Right, but once you're, like, out of the people we already know.
Right, there's still three
Like,
empties. There's still 3 empty squares after Banjo.
Banjo is getting his own stage.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So is there still 3 empty ones?
No, yeah, I was... For some reason, my brain was saying that... Like, from when Joker came out, there were still 5 open squares, so I was just doing that math in my head.
Okay.
Because once you had Heroes and Banjos in, there's only 3.
What if the final DLC character is so big, they get 2 stages? And the Rathalos thing doesn't happen, actually. Or the Monster Hunter thing.
Well, I don't know. Maybe them just saying... It just seems weird that they said the Monster Hunter stage, and then it's not in the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's in the story mode and for boss battles, but it's not a stage, and Sakurai specifically said the Monster Hunter stage.
Yeah, you're absolutely right then.
Like, because even in the Direct, like, they showed the full character select screen, and the Monster Hunter stage wasn't in those squares. And I said, oh, okay, I guess they'll just show it to us another time, or whatever. And to this day, we still don't... And we don't have it to this day, so... Interesting.
Yeah, That's very odd, and I never caught that actually.
It's something I've been sitting on for months. I'm like, why is there an extra spot?
Yeah, that's gonna drive me nuts if like they just end it on these 5
with
DLCs. Leave that one slot and just never add any new things to Smash.
It'll kill me. I know it will. It'll drive me crazy. Oh, I never said 2 characters I want. I want. This is gonna be kind of obnoxious because they're 2 like series that are technically already in the game, but I'd really like Zero from Mega Man X.
Yeah.
And I'd like Bandana Waddle Dee from Kirby.
Everyone's like Zero would be way too broken though.
But he's broken in every Marvel vs. Capcom game, and he still gets to be in the game, and he's never top tier either way. Like people finally.
Well, there's also a lot more to those games than
Smash.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, people were complaining that Hero is like the most busted thing ever, and now nobody's complaining about it.
Well, didn't they fucking ban him from being a thing?
They only banned him in, I think Mexico they banned him.
Australia
didn't.
Or maybe
Australia did too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Australia did too, but not in America, and I don't hear anybody complaining here anymore, so it mustn't be that big of an issue.
Yeah, we're still fighting.
Because you know what the issue was, is I think Mexico and Australia banned him immediately because people were like, he's broken, and they were like, well, we don't want a broken character to ruin the meta like Bayonetta, so they just banned him immediately. But now, like, the US is like, we're using Hero and we're not having problems.
To be fair, Hero has some stupid mechanics.
He has some stupid mechanics, but they're stupid for him too. You know, they're not just stupid for the person fighting him.
Yeah, but still. I don't like that the critical system is stupid to me and it shouldn't be there.
I don't disagree, but Hero's pretty slow. And his frame data sucks. Like, honestly, for a lot of the people that were complaining about Hero, like, if Hero was as broken as Bayonetta was in Smash 4, like, I remember picking up Bayonetta once and destroying my friends with her. I played Hero on stream the day he came out, and I was not doing good. Like, and that goes to say I was playing a lot of Smash 4. I haven't really been playing a lot of Ultimate, but you know, if the character's truly broken, anybody can pick them up and mop the floor with people. I don't know.
The difference between Bayonetta and Hero is that Bayonetta didn't let you move. You
Right.
ran her combo, you were done.
Right.
Hero, you have plenty of room and space and like options.
Right.
But if you're caught, there's a big chance you're just immediately done with your stop is over.
Right. I just think that people have had to adapt to the way that Hero plays.
And I think I have.
And you know what? That's great, Al, because that's the entire point of competitive Smash. That I think a large part of the community forgets is that if a character is hard to play against for you, that means that character is a character you should verse more, and then you should get good. Like, I hate saying that. It's like my least favorite thing to say, but get good. Like, if you're having trouble against the character, don't go on the internet and complain that the character should be banned. Practice against the character until you can beat them.
There is a good point, though. Like, I almost can't, like, deny that he, like, the thing that, like, the smarter people are complaining about is that there's not even a chance to be competitive with this character or even think of a way around them if some of their attacks are just insta take your stock, like just pluck it out of the game.
That's the point.
Right, but as somebody who was playing Hero and fighting a hero at the same time, like, the moves that people were complaining about that were auto-killing were not auto-killing.
The thing is, it still can. It's just rolling a dice. It's not...
Right, but like people were
I hate that in games like that.
People were complaining about the giant explosion attack where it's like, oh, it uses all your mana and then you're dead because you can't escape it. I got hit by it plenty of times and didn't die. Like, and I can't DI like a competitive Smash player. I'm pretty garbage at Smash. Like,
no, that move, yeah, I don't. That move, like, people can deal with that move.
right.
The thing I'm concerned about is when you're rolling a dice with whack or thwack.
Right.
That's like, there's nothing you can do about that. You just block, or if you're caught in the air and you're lucky enough, or unlucky enough, there goes your stock.
Right. Well, one thing with Hero is a character that, for all intents and purposes, is a very good character from a ranged perspective. Like, he has all of those spells and everything else, and his regular, like, side B and all those things are great for, you know, making distance and making somebody approach. But Hero himself should not be approaching just because of how he plays. And he has stuff like whack and thwack, but for you to run up to somebody, open your menu, and then pull out whack or thwack without them doing something to get out of the way is kind of difficult. Because if you have to run up, open your menu, and then hope that the first thing in your menu is whack or thwack. And then even if it is, they see you coming and they're not going to throw a projectile at you and make you stop.
Right, and then the other problem then becomes, right there, the thing you just described, you're rolling 2 dice.
Right.
People didn't pick up Smash or play Smash to roll dice.
Well, I don't disagree with that, but I think every game is rolling dice. Like, as much as Smash is a game of skill, it's also a game of chance. Like, I don't think
right,
that.
Not the same way, though.
No,
yeah, now Hero's character is dominating the RNG ratio.
Right.
It's like.
But I think the thing is that if Hero was really as broken and as RNG heavy as people were making him out to be when he first came out, like, there's been Smash tournaments since he came out who have allowed him to be playable, and he hasn't been in the top 10. Like, there's no Heroes winning grand finals. So if Hero was as good as everybody is pretending that he is, then why isn't he dominant? Why isn't everybody playing Hero in every tournament? Because they don't want to look bad? Because they don't want to seem like the person, like, from Smash 4 that was playing Bayonetta? It didn't bother people then, because you win a prize pool if you win the... Like, you think people are just going to turn down easy money if they can win the tournament with Hero?
Right.
It didn't stop them.
Actually.
Yeah. Would
you remember, possibly, how long after Bayonetta came out that character started winning tournaments?
Immediately. As soon as the character came out, it was immediately in tournaments. Because even during that direct, people were like, this character is going to be fucking broken. Because was it a direct or was it just a presentation? Because sometimes they do that thing where they say presentation and it's not a direct.
Pretty sure it was presentation.
Yeah, it was a presentation.
Was there a Smash direct? Were we talking about Bayonetta or Hero?
When Bayonetta came out, it was like a Smash Brothers final present. That's what it was. The Smash Brothers, like the Smash 4 final presentation. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
And as I remember watching, like, Shofu and people like that watching it and them being like, this character's fucking broken. Like, there's nothing we can do about this. Because her combos were literally like, you get hit, and then she just continuously hits you until you fly off the top of the stage and die.
And she can stop freaking time.
And she can stop time and all these other things. Like, it wasn't even enough that her aerial combos, she could do like 6 aerial attacks in the air, like one after another, without having to recover or anything. And then she had time stop and all these other things. So, immediately, she was used in competitive, because she wasn't a hard character to play either. Excuse me.
That just makes me think, if in the impossible chance they put Dio in Smash, they'd have to do a lot of, like, balancing to try to make his world work.
With time stop, it would be pretty bad.
Yeah, like, they would, like, I feel like the only way you can make that work is you use the world that stops time.
Yeah.
But if you use anything that isn't a tilt attack, it will automatically cancel time and punish you. I feel like that's the only way you can balance stopping time. Like, at least Bayonetta slowdown time. Hero's world would stop time. And I feel like the only way to balance that is tilt attacks only.
That slowdown time is so bad. Oh my god.
There's a ton of characters that you could say that for. Like, Skull Kid would be fucking broken.
Right.
If you gave him everything that he could really do.
Right. You wouldn't...
You two, in theory, should be the only person who's unkillable.
There's a lot of characters in that game who should be... Shulk should be completely unkillable. I'm not going to spoil why, but... Shulk should be the most powerful character in that game.
Well, that's why he only gets knocked off a stage.
Right.
Yeah.
Palutena should be Palutena should be completely unbeatable. She's a goddess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters in that game that are very silly. But that's fine. It's Smash Brothers. It's not supposed to make sense.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, what tangent was I going on? Oh, right. But yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. I just don't think that Hero is as big of a problem as people made it out to be. Cause I hear nothing anymore, and I'm on Smash Twitter all day. Like, I sit there on Twitter for pretty much all of my time, and I've heard nothing, even shy of a slight, like, upsetness about Hero at all.
Yeah, like, at the end of the day, I actually can just agree with you, because I'm playing online, I'm in Elite Smash most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't see heroes in Elite Smash. If I do, I can still barely win against them. Like,
Right.
It's still like a match. Like,
Right.
they open their menu, wait, I can read their menu too. All I have to do is, if it's Battlefield format, I just stay on the platform above.
Right.
And then they can't hit me with anything that goes forward.
Right. That's the best thing is most competitive matches, you don't play on Final Destination, at least most of the time. And that's what the point of, like, a competitive match is you can vote for what stages you don't want. So you immediately strike, Final Destination. Now you don't have to worry if you're fighting a hero.
Well, no, Final Destination, you have to worry more, I think.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Like, for when you're playing in a competitive match, I think there's, like, 7 or 8 or 9 stages total that you use in competitive for Ultimate.
I got you.
But, like, at the beginning of a competitive match, you and the person you're going against strike stages. Like, so you're like, not that one, and then they say, oh, not this one, and eventually you just pick a stage.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, as somebody, if I'm versing, I don't know, well, whoever, I don't know who plays Hero, but somebody that would play Hero. I'm in a match, they're playing Hero, and I'm like, oh shit, if they're playing Hero, I don't want to be on the same level as them. If they use any of their magic, I can just jump over it and sit on a platform and be safe. So I'm going to immediately strike FD, and then they can strike whatever, and we'll play on something else.
I got you.
But that's how like tourneys work. I don't know how like smaller, like local tournaments work. I don't go to too many. But like there are plenty of ways to just work around Hero. Like, Hero has obvious, weaknesses. Because you're not going to do a double jump into the air and then open your menu and hope you get an attack that you can, you know what I mean? Like, it's all chance. Like, as Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm on the second platform on Battlefield, like, and you have to do a double jump to get up there, you're not gonna jump all the way up there, open your menu, and hope for something and then hit it. It's just you're leaving yourself too open at that point.
Right.
So I don't know. I just don't think Hero's an issue. I don't. People in the comments can get mad at me. I don't care. I really don't. Yeah. Is there any other characters I want in Smash? Any other characters you guys want in Smash? What about first-party characters? We haven't gotten any new first-party characters.
Would have been nice if we had Bomber. Bomber's not first-party, right?
Bomberman is Sega, I think, or no? No, he's Konami.
Is that first-party?
No, that's third-party. First-party would just be Nintendo characters.
Yeah, what is first-party that we don't even, have a single character from yet?
Golden Sun.
Golden Sun's Nintendo? Really?
Yeah.
Bruh. What the hell? And they only just now put him as an assist. They don't like Isaac.
He was an assist trophy in Brawl.
Was he? And they just didn't have him in 4.
Yeah, I think maybe they thought about making him a character, then never did. But I don't know if that's true or not. I think Dixie Kong would be fun.
What about like someone that just there's no character on that Nintendo game? You know what I mean?
Okay. Who do we not have? We don't have Waluigi.
How do I say what I'm trying to say?
Oh, just like from a series we don't have any representation for?
Like there's no rep for him anywhere in Smash yet.
I'm trying to think. I'm probably not going to remember something, and then like later I'll remember it, and I'll be like, "Damn it!" Let me just look at my my wall of video games.
I think that's like nothing right now, except if we want to count that one game that Game Freak's working on that's not Pokemon.
Oh, Town?
Yeah.
That's true.
Don't talk about Town in front of me.
Why? You don't like it?
Oh, what about Wonderful 101?
I don't know what that is.
It's a Wii U game. It's amazing.
Let me look it up. Wonderful 101.
It's
I have a wonderful ball.
It's like a really forgotten game, like, but it's so good.
There's Yokai Watch,
Oh yeah,
but like, there's nothing you can put in the game from there.
you can put
Isn't
Jabanya
this
on.
guy in a Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
No, that's Beautiful Joe. We should have Beautiful Joe.
Doesn't Beautiful Joe just look just like Wonder Red?
He looks a little bit like Wonder Red. I would love Wonder Red to be in Smash. I think he'd be a fucking amazing character.
Yeah, he looks very resemblant to him.
He is clean.
Beautiful Joe.
You know who
Right.
we should have?
Who?
I don't want to say this to upset anybody, but we should have somebody from Three Houses. I'm just saying.
I would really not mind if we got like Byleth or Edelgard or Dimitri.
I don't know if we should get Byleth, but I'd love Edelgard or Dimitri or Claude.
Yeah, if we can get one of the reps.
My boy Claude of the Golden Deer, Fear the Deer.
Yo, if we get a character that mainly uses bow, I want to see how that would work.
Yes. Who else could we get?
What is Final Smash?
I don't know. It'd probably just be similar to every other Fire Emblem character where it's just the critical hit button.
You'd probably just call Hilda and they would both attack the combo.
Oh my god, Hilda. Hilda the god. Oh, Chibi Robo. I want Chibi
Oh
Robo.
yeah, that's an oldie.
An oldie but a goodie. I love Chibi Robo.
Dante.
Dante!
Let's get the GameCube cube for Smash.
Yes! Everywhere it goes,
It'll-
it just makes the do-do-do-do-do-do.
It'll be Tetris blocks to go fighting.
Oh my god. Who else could we get? I'm like looking around at all the amiibo I have and all the video games everywhere in the room.
Do we have? Is there another gag character like Phoenix, right?
I would love Phoenix so much. Did we get a gag character? I guess Piranha Plant was the gag character of this game.
I don't know if we got new gag characters.
Because Smash 4 we had Wii Fit Trainer.
And Duck Hunt.
And Duck Hunt. And Villager technically, but not really.
The Villager was. It's only a matter of time for Villager.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Smash Ultimate, it was Piranha Plant, right?
Yeah, just Piranha Plant. I guess, right? That seems like the joke one.
Yeah.
What are some
Well,
old...
yeah, because they have the preface like, yes, really, Piranha Plant is coming.
Yeah.
What are some old NES games? Oh, what about Wave Race?
Wave Race.
Yo, Wave Race on the Nintendo 64, that game is garbage, but it's so fun.
Put Dig Dug in there.
Dig Dug. Oh, they'd have to get permission from Namco, and I think if they use a Namco character, they'd use Lloyd.
Dig Dug.
Dig Dug.
Dig Dug.
Reflationists beware.
Who else? Well,
Who else would be good? We have Dr. Mario, which is already pretty weird.
Put Gavin in there.
Who?
The frog from Frogger.
That would be pretty
oh
cool.
yeah, wasn't the one like big legacy character speculation going to be Excite Bike Rider?
No, it was Mock Rider that's from a different game, but still.
Put the chef from Burger Time in there.
Put Cooking Mama!
Cooking.
Oh, could you guys imagine if Cooking Mama is the fucking female that nobody asked?
That's what people have been saying on Twitter.
Yo, if it's Cooking Mama, I will be the happiest person in the entire world.
Cooking Mama stews up a win.
God.
Cooking Mama, oh my god.
Honestly, I'll start maining Cooking Mama.
Oh. Every time we hang out, it'll just be all of us playing Cooking Mama, because that's the only character in Smash if she comes out.
If she gets a
Cooking
trailer.
Mama has a new recipe.
And that recipe is pain.
I can already see them making like a trailer for it, because you can have Game & Watch making his making his bacon, and then Obi-Wan comes in, smacks him, and just makes her real food.
You know when you mess up at Cooking Mama, and she's like, "Do not mine."
Don't worry, Mama, we teach you.
She just bashes him over the head with a frying pan.
Bruh. Cooking Mama for Smash.
Honestly, if we don't get Cooking Mama or Tetris Block, I want my money back.
Bro, Tetris Block is a good fucking idea now that we talked about it.
when you first say it, you're like, this is stupid, and then you think about it, and you're like, that would be so much fun. Why didn't they do this?
Tetris.
And the thing is, they can make it work like Duck Hunt did too, where like the third character, you know how they said like the lore behind Duck Hunt is that the third character is technically you as the person?
Right, the person with the light gun.
Yeah.
Bro, we need Cooking Mama.
Yeah. Honestly, if the last two characters aren't Cooking Mama and Tetris Block, I'll be really upset.
And if we don't get a Echo Fighter pass with GameCube, Cube as Echo for Tetris, I want my money back.
I want my money back for both fighter passes.
Wait, who's that one character? I thought the main character of King of Fighters was that dude with the bowl cut and the white headband.
What the hell's his name?
Was it Akio?
Hold on, I need to look it up now. It's been a long time since I played. King
I have the image of him. I have the
Fighters.
image of him right in front of me, but what's his name?
Let's see. Let's just go through some of the characters. Well, it's not Ryuji. It's not him. Oh, are you talking about Kyo?
Yeah, that's what I was
He
saying.
has the black jacket and the white headband. Or sometimes it's a white jacket. He has a white shirt on.
Oh, I can't see his shirt from the image I'm looking at. But yeah, I thought he was the main character of King of Fighters. Why is everyone saying Terry?
He's really the face of King of Fighters.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like Scorpion. The Scorpion's not like the main guy in Mortal Kombat, but everybody knows Scorpion.
Yeah. And then Mai would be a pretty great character. I'm just looking at her and I'm just saying, I'd really like Mai.
You know, all the Nintendo people who watch this podcast.
I mean, Geese would be cool, but he's already in Tekken, so I just don't think that would happen.
Put in geese. Put in geese.
If they can hear you, hopefully they'll listen.
I don't even know who the fuck Geese is. I don't care.
Would you like me to show you who he is?
I know who he is.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't care about him. Like, I don't know about anything about him. I was looking up Terry dude, and I saw Geese, and I was like, that's a stupid name. Put him in.
No, Terry is like the ultimate Chad. Like,
yeah, I don't want him in.
he'd be great.
They'll put Ben 10 in Smash.
Yo!
No, bro. Alright, my hope for the final two people that I wanted. No, I'm being serious too.
Okay.
I think that a good, funny character, someone who would work a lot like Isabella, I really like Cooking Mama.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I think Cooking Mama would be so much fun.
Even as like an assist trophy.
Yeah. That'd be fun. I don't care. I just want Cooking Mama, really.
Yeah, or like a stage with Cooking Mama, and you have to cook on the stage, or it's like WarioWare.
Oh my god! And if you don't cook well, she throws pans at you, or she burns you alive.
Yeah, or you just get Mama will fix it, and then she like fucking does 50 damage automatically.
Goodbye.
Don't worry, Mama will fix it by getting rid of the bad chefs.
Well, that's how they do it in the real world.
I'm stuck between Crash Bandicoot or Spyro.
What about Sans?
Oh yeah, Sans.
I unironically would love Sans to be in this game.
You know what? I think I prefer Papyrus.
Yeah?
I think Papyrus would be more fun.
I think Papyrus would be more fun, but for the meme, I think it just needs to be Sans.
I think the meme would be even funnier if it was Papyrus.
I think it would be safer for the entire planet if it was Papyrus.
Because if it was Sans, the world would end.
It really would.
Here's what they could do.
Yeah?
You could do like the Donkey Kong opening one last time.
All the characters.
But they're all there. The Banjo's there too, and then it's just Sans, right? And people think, oh, it's gonna be Sans. Then Papyrus pops out, and it's actually Papyrus.
And Papyrus like, yeah. But it was
And then
me,
Sans
Papyrus.
could be the assist trophy.
Amazing.
The assist
He could
trophy
be the
for
final
Sans
smash. The final
be
smash
black.
could just. The final smash could just be Papyrus like rotates in the air away, and then Sans comes down and.
Or he
No,
just
Papyrus's final smash should be the dog that's holding his special attack, and he's running out to get the dog, and then he just attacks the opponent with the dog.
have him make spaghetti.
Yeah, oh yeah, spaghetti, and spaghetti has to fly in somewhere. That's
Oh
special.
my god.
Yeah.
I just really want Sans and Papyrus. And how about both of them? What about if they're like ice climbers?
That's broken.
But instead of them being like a tandem character like that, you like use Downbeat to switch between the two.
That's broken.
So like Papyrus is like he has like longer range and whatever, and then Sans has like those stronger attacks.
They're just gonna piss everyone off and put Undyne. That's the female fighter.
Imagine that's the character they've been talking about. It's Undyne.
Like you see the silhouette of Papyrus, and then it changes. No, you know what? You know what? You know what? It's like, yeah, no, hold on. The trailer for Papyrus is you see a silhouette, and then the costume comes off, and it's Undyne. She goes, yeah, and then Papyrus comes in with the things, and he goes, and then it's him.
And then it's been Papyrus the whole time.
He just does it differently than everyone else. Like, it's Papyrus costume, then it takes it off, and it's Undyne, and then Undyne takes off the costume again, it's Papyrus again. Because like the first one was like a plastic costume, and then like the second one was like a skin tight costume. But since he's a skeleton, he just unzips it, rips it off, and he's a Papyrus.
What if they make the character Papyrus, and then the stage is just the Sans fight?
Yo, why aren't we pitching these ideas to Nintendo? Right now?
I should just send this podcast to Nintendo. Be like, hey guys, you know what? You can have these ideas for free. You don't even gotta pay us.
Looks like you're going to the shower.
What happened?
Sorry.
Don't be upsetty. Have some spaghetti.
No, thing above it.
Oh, I see the thing above it.
Oh my god. You're going to the shadow Jimbo.
I'll put the picture on screen of what Al is painfully laughing at.
Yeah, please. It's so funny.
You're welcome, Basil.
Where did they get that image of Blue Eyes White Dragon? Sometimes I forget how to spell it.
How long is the hunt?
My son had
We've been going for over 2 hours now.
Are you serious?
I am serious. We've been talking about video games for 2 hours.
Oh, that's amazing.
Bro, we need this.
Yeah, we might have to.
Let's
To end this
wrap it
thing. Yeah, let's.
Chris,
You two keep talking at the exact same time.
Damn it!
Ricky, I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you free to get on voice chat around the time the direct starts so that we can react?
What time is it tomorrow?
6.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Alright.
Okay, so we're all gonna meet in voice chat at like 45, 5:50.
I'm down for that. Yeah.
Okay, we'll all get.
We might meet in chat earlier and just...
No, yeah, but by then we'll be there. Because then I'll get everything set up, make sure it sounds good, figure out a way to get all this recording at once. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. So I'm gonna try to get this edited and uploaded before the direct tomorrow,
Perfect.
and then
Are you really going to upload a 2-hour podcast?
of course the other ones are like an hour and a half anyway, so it's not that much of a difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
boy.
can't wait to listen to this podcast at work on Friday.
I will say, I feel like this was our least productive one.
I feel like it was we talked about everything I had on the list.
Contrary.
Yeah,
But like, we just kept going on 10.
but like
That's fine.
That was
That's
kind
what
of
a
the
podcast
point.
is.
that was kind of the point of this podcast. Like, it was just to talk about like the direct and then Smash Bros. That's all. That's literally, that was what I wanted. It was like things we know that are going to be in the direct, things we want, and then things we can speculate on, and then it was just like Smash Bros. That was my checklist, and we hit all of it.
Oh yeah,
My
no,
bad, I
you mentioned
accidentally
this
left.
yet? Bruh. Oh yeah, also, I don't know if you mentioned this yet, but we might get like a actual, like, set release date of when Banjo's coming out. Too.
What if they?
I thought you were going to say we might actually get like a nice setup for our podcast.
I wish. Yo, when we have a nice setup for this podcast, if that ever happens, because
I feel like if we all just get a mic, we should be fine.
what if we got?
I would actually invest in actually getting a place where we can live podcast.
I
at
would
least once a week.
fucking love that. We could like
Yeah, we do that.
get like a little like recording room or whatever, and we could just like have a table or something. I don't know how podcasts work.
We'd have to commit. We need at least one day a week we can meet up though.
Yeah.
So like this may have to wait.
No, yeah, it'll be a while from now. But if you guys want to see that, please share and subscribe and like. What are the other things? I think that's it.
Yep, that's
Share,
it.
like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell.
Oh yeah, hit that bell.
Hit that motherfucking bell. Do it.
I'm very
Hit
excited.
that motherfucking bell.
So this will be fun. So this will be the first time I ever do like a all of us reacting to the direct together thing. That'll be very exciting. I'm very excited about this. This will be fun.
Yeah,
This will be fun. So I hope you, whoever you are watching this video, I hope you're excited for it, because by the time you see this, it'll almost be direct time, hopefully. Or if I just stay up all night and edit this, you got a bunch of hours. So we'll see.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm very excited. So,
Yeah, buddy.
So on that note, is there anything else you guys want to say to the wonderful audience?
I almost threw up in my mouth.
Yeah, buddy.
Can we get an F in the chat, fellas?
Yeah, can we get an F in the
Yeah, buddy.
Can we get an F in the chat for Al, who can only say "yeah, buddy" now? Al, type the F in the general chat.
Spectacular. Al.
See?
You know how it is.
See, that's the F Tetris block that we're gonna get in Smash.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will see you all soon, those of you watching, and thank you for coming out to the Star Inari and Friends podcast. I've been the Star Inari, that's me.
That's
podcast. I'll see you all later. And then just cut me off and end it there.
Or better yet, just keep this whole part in. And then cut it off now.
No, that's stupid. Why would I do that?
Just cut it off in the middle of my laugh, dude.
That's 100% what it's doing.
Just cut it off in the middle of me laughing at what he said. There you go.
Okay.
I think you ended.
Yes, that was pretty good, guys.
Okay. I have violent sociopathic tendencies.